Friends and neighbors, it's Neil Street back again, and I made it to the second break again, and there's a small number of entries. Let me just quickly go through my stats. I'm seeing the flop 19% of the time, and I've won 5 of 6 pots at showdown, and haven't won any without a showdown. But I started this. I entered after during the first break, so that's why I don't have so many hands played. So there's a small number of entries there. Currently in 10th place of the remaining 12 players of the original 186 entries. Prize pool is small, but it's better than nothing. It's 8.1 million, and the payout for up top for first place is 863,000. So let me do my reading again from a blog entry. This one's from September 16th, 2013, and it's called Poker Reading, all one word with the R not doubled, so poker reading. Lately, I've been perfecting the art of poker reading, that is, playing poker and reading a novel at the same time. It's actually super relaxing. I'm doing two of my favorite things at once. I have the Kindle PC app on my computer, and it automatically syncs up with Amazon, so I can read any book in my Kindle library. I probably read about 2/3 of Ender's Game this way, and I'm now about halfway through The Cuckoo's Calling, 100% via poker reading. I owed a debt of gratitude to the designers of the PokerStars client for this ability. The software is smart enough to thrust itself to the foreground whenever it's time for me to make a poker decision. I never have to worry that I'll miss a time control and be sat out automatically. The only improvement I could suggest would be to make the software smart enough to put itself back in the background once I've made my poker decision, so I could continue reading without any additional clicks. Okay, now since I wrote that, the Kindle app has changed. Software changes on you at times, and you don't know when it's going to happen. So it I lost the ability to do poker reading, but I do other types of things too. Like in this tournament, for a large chunk of time I was on the phone with someone, but I could just make my decisions with half my brain and still have a perfectly reasonable conversation at the same time. So you can multitask when you're playing poker, which is nice. Okay, so we're starting up again. So I won't get the big blind for several hands, so that's a good thing. I'm in 10th of 12, as I mentioned, and so with a king four suited, I'll see what happens. If it folds around to me, I will call it. But if anyone bets, I'm going to be gone. I mean, if anyone calls, I'll be gone. Although this guy is the chip leader, and he could just bully me off the hand, but I'll go with it. See if he's going to bully me. He didn't, so that part's good. Okay, I'll call this thing. All right, top pair, baby. Looking good, so I'll put in a bet, see what he does. He folded, and I win the pot. So that's good. That gave me a chip infusion, not too much, but now I'm in 9th of 11, so someone got bumped off. Oh, that was this guy here in this empty spot. So the next payout for 11th place is 155,000. You can fold this without pain. And the next money jump is at 9th place. That's the final table for 171,000. So that's an additional 16,000. So yeah, when you have fewer entries, the prize pool is smaller and every prize is smaller. But hey, what are you going to do? So I'm going to get the big blind next time. I didn't want to go with a king deuce, even though it was suited. So yeah, it's hard to make the second. It's even hard to make the second break when you have less entries because more people drop out sooner. So I have a quite decent chance of making the final table. And I just want to ladder up from there, ladder up from wherever I am now. And as I say many times, it's a mangle, so you get pushed around, but as long as you still have chips, you've got a chance. So that's not a bad holding to be in the big blind with. Okay, now I have a flush draw. I mean, sorry, a straight draw. If I get an ace or a nine, I have a straight. Where the flush draw just came in. So I'm gone. Or am I? I don't think he doesn't really have that flush. But he could have something like a king. So if he bets, I'm gone probably. I'll bite. Okay, I bit in the right spot. So now I'm in 7th of 11. And this one I can easily fold. Yeah, sometimes it's what's called, there are some decisions that are very polarizing, or actions that an opponent will take which are polarizing. You know either it's a bluff or not, but you don't know which. And it could be you do that you do the same. The opponent might do the same play no matter what he had, because he knows that it's a polarizing bet. So he made a small enough bet that I could come along if he really had the goods. Like if he had had the king, I would have. As you saw, I came along for the ride, and it worked out for me this time. So it's kind of a 50-50 shot. But if he'd gone over the top of me, I would have just folded. So they're mind games, and mind games upon mind games. So sometimes people will bet small when they have nothing to make people think they're doing a value bet, and sometimes they're relieved, and so people fold when they shouldn't. So yeah, there's psychology, reverse psychology, and double reverse psychology. So that's why it's very exciting to play heads up, because it's a mind game every hand. All right, so I have to fade one player to make the final table. And we're waiting for people on the other table. There's 10 players, so 2 tables, 5 at each table. And okay, I made it. The lights came on. It's been a while since I've been able to say that, so. And I get rockets right away, so I just call it. I just meekly come along. I just say, well, I'll come along, and then I'll bomb the river if I get a chance. It's like Burr Rabbit. I'll come along, but I don't want to be in this briar patch. So I hope someone gets frisky on me. So it's a rainbow flop, so no one's getting a flush. Guaranteed. It's a rainbow 4 cards. You don't see that too often. So I'll just put a bet in here now. I was going to bomb the river, but might as well get some value in this street too. Okay, I'm going to bomb it. Not the whole thing, but big enough. Okay, so that popped me up to 3rd place. So I'm starting to feel frisky. Not frisky, but I'm feeling confident that I'm going to get a pretty good payout this tournament. And as I've said before, every elimination when you're at the final table is a money jump. So the next payout is 171,000 for 9th, and 8th place is 196. So that's an additional 25 grand. So it's almost like cheating and printing money at the end when you make the final table. It's like you have to do so little in order to get a money jump. In fact, a lot of the time you just fold and watch other people going heads up and getting creamed. Okay, so I have a big slick in the big blind. Big slick in the big blind. Yes, sir. I'll take that any day of the week and twice on Sunday. So when it comes around to me, unless someone starts to bomb it, I'm going to raise it on up. Okay, so I bullied the guy off that hand, so but I'm in fourth now. But I'm getting dealt some really good hands, I have to say. Ace Jack offsuit is not too shabby, so I'll come along. Okay, I got top pair, but if someone has a 4, so I'm just going to check that. Someone's either going to have the 4 or rep a 4, and either way I'm gone. This guy is repping the 4, but if another guy has it, they'll call. So I bet you maybe this guy has the 4 and this guy doesn't. We'll see. These guys should all fold if they know what's good for them. Unless one of them really has the 4, so these be 2 reppers and one that really had the 4. Okay, we'll see. No one had the 4. Wow. But this guy had a Jack King. Oh, no one got knocked out though. So just a redistribution of funds. Chips, I should say. Queen 10 off. Well, if it folds around to me, I'm definitely calling. But if I get 1 or 2 callers, I'm gone. And if I get any raiser, I'm definitely gone. So this guy just called. So I'll come along for the ride. Because I do have the dealer button, so I get to act last next time. Oh, this guy's, he's all in though. Oh, fuck me. Pardon my French. This will mean people in other countries can't watch this video because I just swore. But the US guys can watch as if I had that many anywhere. So, okay, this guy got knocked out. So that's a money jump for everybody else. So, yep, 8th place money is next for 196, and next money jump is 7th at 237. This is a fold. So the 237 is an additional 41. It's just, the jumps just keep getting bigger and bigger, and as long as you stay alive, you really end up making a mint. All right, so I'm just laddering up. My goal is just to ladder up as high as I can. And it would be really cool, really, really cool if I made it to heads up, because as I said before, I really love heads up, and I hardly ever get to do it, because you can only get to do it by being one of the 2 remaining players in the tournament. And I only play tournaments. If I played cash games, there would be chances of getting heads up more often, because it's just, if people decide to leave the table, enough people decide to leave, and there's 2 left and you're one of them, you're heads up. But the thing about cash games is that there's a rake, and who wants that? There's no rake in the tournament. You know exactly how much you'll lose if you do not make the money. You lose your buy-in. So that was 4-3 off. That was a nothing hand. So I'm going to get the big blind in 1, 2, 3, 4 hands. So I can just fold around and hope people knock each other out. So that's how you ladder up. You fold, and then for spite you fold some more. Unless, of course, you get a great holding. Oh, wow, look at that. 8s against 7, so he's gone. So that means the money jump is now, okay, now I'm caboose boy. I'm in 7th place of the 7 remaining. But I have a pair. Pair's always good, but even better in heads up. These guys all bigger stacks. I'm not going to play my 4s, because if anyone raised up, I'd be silly to call. So 7th place money is 237, and the next money jump at 6th place is 286. So that's another 49,000. So I can't remember. I am in the black for the year, but now I'll be substantially in the black after this tournament ends. So I'm in the big blind, and I'll just check fold it. If someone raises up, I'm gone with this low holding. But if everyone just calls, then I'll get to see the flop. If everyone calls or folds, that is. If anyone raises, this will be promoted from a check to a fold, and I'll be gone. Okay, so if I get a 4, I got a straight. But that's not something to bet on. It's something to hope no one else bets, so that you can come along, see the turn. Can't pay that much for the turn, no thanks. So we'll see if I would have got it. Okay, now I would have had the flush draw. 2, a 4 or a heart would probably win me the pot. Neither a 4 nor a heart, so I don't feel bad about it. Anyway, I made the right decision. You can't ever feel bad about making the right decision, even if you would have happened to have been lucky at the time if you'd done the wrong play. So ace-9 suited is not bad for the small blind, and hope nobody raises it on up. So now I'm 5th of 6. While I was sleeping, in other words. Oh, wow. Okay, not going to call that. There was another money jump. So the next money jump is at 5th place for 335. So that's another 49,000. So just crawling up the ladder here. That's a fold. So yeah, I'd love it to make it to heads up, but if wishes were horses, beggars would ride, as they say. Old adage. So I'd have to fade 4 players to get to heads up. We shall see what we shall see. Oh, just so people know, the tournament has now been running for 1 hour and 43 minutes. Right now, it's 12:14 p.m. in Ipswich, Massachusetts, on the 19th of June of 2026. So let's see, does someone get knocked out? I hope. No, this guy, no one's getting knocked out here. Oh, this guy did. Oh, this guy hit a straight on the river. So that's a money jump right there. So the next payout is 5th place money, the 335. I'll fold this. So the next money jump is 4th place for 409. So that's another 74,000 smackaroos. So, I'm laddering up. Laddering up. Okay, I'm going to get that big blind next hand. This is a good enough holding to call this. And hope no one comes over the top. Eventually people are going to start going over the top like this guy. And I'm not foolish. Oh, this guy's going to, he's at risk. Oh, whoa, he hit his ace. So he's in great shape. So it just, things get mangled. I'm still caboose boy here in 5th place with substantially fewer chips than the 4th place. So this is going to be all done soon. I have an ace here. I'm not going to do it. One of these guys could get knocked out. Look at this. This guy's going to get knocked out. I'll get another money jump. Yes, sir. So for being a chicken, I made 70 grand plus more profit. So I'll take it being a chicken. So heads up, any 2 cards can beat any other 2 cards. So unless he goes over the top on me, I'm going to get to see the flop. I'll fold. I'll be meek again. So the next payout is at 409 for 4th place. And if I get to 3rd, that's 507. So that's another 98,000. So I've got a pair here, but I'm up against 2, and it's a low pair. I just gotta fold and fold again. And hopefully this guy goes all in and loses. So sometimes it's good to be caboose boy. You fly under the radar. But it's what's bad, of course, is when the big blind hits you. So the big blind is going to take half my stack next hand, roughly half, with the antes too. So pretty soon I guess right now I am in the territory of shove or fold. Every decision I make is either put everything in or or get out of dodge. So I don't like my chances of getting to heads up, but they exist. They're slim, but they exist. Okay, so that took half my stack. If this guy folds, I'm still gonna, well, if he raises up, I'm definitely gone. So next hand I'll have the small blind. The small blind is 2K, so I'll still have a little tiny portion of chips left. And all I'm doing is trying to hope one of these guys knocks another guy out. Okay, I'm heads up against this guy with a pretty good holding, so it's all in for me. 100%. Whoa, flop to flush. You don't see that every day. So I'll still be in fourth, but I'll have a little bit more chips to play with. So 10-9 suited. I'm just going to fold. Just going to fold. Come on, big boys. Muscle it up. Tussle with each other, no? See, there's doing the smart thing. There's saying, well, okay, I'll push it. You got to push it to pair and hope for the best. Hoping for the best. Looking good? Looking bad? Looking awful? Okay. Well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, but I had a great time, so I end up in fourth place for 409K, and it's been fun, it's been real, and I shall see you all later.